The Republican-led Senate Intelligence Committee has subpoenaed Don Jr. And this subpoena is specifically in regard to what Don Jr. knows about the Trump-Moscow Tower negotiations. Now, the Moscow Tower never happened, it never came to fruition, but it appears that Don Jr. has changed his story on this a few times. In fact, he had pretended as if he knew very little about it, if anything. And that was certainly evident when he was interviewed by Laura Ingraham on Fox News.
The reality is this wasn't a deal. We don't know the developer. We don't know the site. We don't know anything about it. Ultimately, it was Michael Cohen essentially trying to get a deal done. He was there for a long time. He wasn't exactly a deal guy. Didn't bring too many to the table. So I don't think anyone took it all that seriously.
Now, it was later found, based on Michael Cohen's testimony, that they knew a lot, and there was a lot of detail. There were architectural designs for the tower, and so we'll see how this goes. But again, he has been subpoenaed, and it is the Republican-led Senate Judiciary Committee.
So that's super important and a big twist. I'm going to get back to that in 1 second, but I want to tell you about that was what he said on television. You just saw it with your own eyes. But to the committee, when he was testifying in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee in September 2017, he said he was only, quote, peripherally aware of the proposed plans for the Moscow project. When I heard that, I was like, he knew everything. Okay, peripherally aware? Okay. If the Trump team didn't know anything, they'd be like, I don't know it. I never heard of it. I don't know what you're talking about. No way, no way. If they say they're a little aware, I knew a little bit on the peripheries. That means they knew everything.
They were in the room as negotiations happened.
There's no way they're admitting that in front of Congress if they didn't know everything. And it turns out, according to Michael Cohen, he briefed them 10 different times. Donald Trump Jr., Ivanka, and the others. So he knew exactly what was going on. Remember, Trump is doing this while running for president. He even signed a letter of intent. So he tells the Russians, oh yeah, you paid me a lot of money to do this Moscow Tower. I'm running for president. Wow, look, previously that would be called crazy. I mean, if Obama had made a deal with any other country to get paid on a project while he's running for president.
Done.
And then he did favor after favor after favor for them after becoming president. Come on.
I mean, Fox News would still be talking about it. But I want to read you a delicious quote. This comes from a source close to Trump Jr. This individual spoke to Axios and said the following. Don and Senate Intel agreed from the very beginning that he would appear once to testify before the committee and would remain for as long as it took to answer all of their questions. He did that. This is my favorite part. We're not sure why we're fighting with Republicans. Delicious.
Yeah, that's what the drama is. So if the House called Don Jr. back, that would be unsurprising. It's led by Democrats. But the Senate is led by Republicans, and Richard Burr is the head of this committee. Mark Warner and him have been working closely together. Mark Warner is the vice chair. He's the leading Democrat on that committee. So this is Richard Burr, Republican from North Carolina, going, no, son, you're gonna have to come back in and tell us why you said that. And so that is high drama. And I gotta be honest with you, look, he's testified in front of the Judiciary Committee earlier. Burr's committee is the Intelligence Committee. They have done a real bipartisan job. And so to sometimes the frustration of Democrats because of how they concluded things. But on the other hand, Burr has really investigated some things that Republicans didn't want him to investigate. So they might actually be mad that Don Jr. might have lied to them. And I know it seems nearly miraculous in this day and age for a Republican to be principled, a national Republican politician, to actually care about lies and deceit and act on principle. That's why it seems shocking. And in fact, when I first heard it, I was like, is there a different play here? Like, what's going on? Is this a trick to bring him back in and say, oh, see, we told you he didn't do it? But the fact that he's being salty about it leads me to believe it isn't a trick and he might be in some trouble.
The TYT Plus app is now available on iOS and Android. Download to get more TYT content at tyt.com/app.